Hello, and welcome to episode one of the series. This is me really holding myself accountable for what is some form of New Year's resolution and goal that I want to meet this year. And what that is I want to make something. I want to make a video game. I have an idea, and I want to just put it out there so that I have to do it. It'll be probably once a week, maybe once a month that I post updates or however I feel like getting to it. But this is going to be my way to actually do it. This is going to be the fire that I need to start and try to complete something. So, with that being said, let's jump into the core of the idea that I want to jump into and complete this year. So, what I want to do is make and release a maze game. And basically, my ideas are starting anything from randomly generated mazes with increasing numbers of turns and difficulties to complete the maze. And this can be done, which in the last few years I've been learning Unreal Engine using blueprints. So I want to use blueprints to generate mazes randomly and then feature those out as levels to complete. So the first example would be just one or two turns to get there, and it kind of has a step in value, just like any of the kind of brain dead puzzle games. That's like the first idea, just a top down, use your finger to trace out the path, kind of like you're doing with a crayon at a restaurant. That's the first idea, just to get something started, build out the competencies and the rule set for what a maze needs to be able to be a fun, quick thing to do on your downtime. The second thing I want to do is a story-based, maze-driven narrative. And I don't really know what that means. I think the easiest and lowest hanging fruit for success would be horror. The internet and the world loves horror games. But I think a very interesting Mario style save the heroine or save the hero style, where the bad guy takes your love interest, male or female, doesn't matter at the moment to me. And your main character has to go through these mazes to save your love interest of whatever sort. And I think that could be very interesting and engaging and bring it into not just a very what Mario is, but into a 3D camera, first person style. And it can still have horror elements if we want, or move towards something that is, I don't know, story driven and interesting. And each level gives you a piece of the puzzle, which is a choice that you have to make early on. And what do you want to do to expand upon what is already in existence when you're telling a story from this point of view? I don't know which path we take yet, but I just want to put that out there that I think we could build a story and drive it through the gameplay in a way that I want, and to tell a story in an interesting way using mazes as the gameplay for the thing. And it's not just a puzzle, it's what the environment takes you through and what the environment looks like and why you're going through those places. It could have something there, or it could be nothing. We'll have to dig deep and figure out what our story is and what the purpose is of going through the maze. Are we in a Saw type of situation where there's body horror and torture elements? What is the purpose? What is the horror genre? And are you solving a puzzle? Are you solving a mystery? Where are you in your main character's life that is put you in this situation? I think the story element is going to be really interesting to dive into. And I think this is a phase two. We first go through trying to figure out how we get through and build these things, and then we build into a story as a way to engage your players. Finally is, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to succeed? What do I need to do to create? And are there things that already exist that will help improve the turnaround on realizing these ideas. I think we should be able to find some stuff in the Unreal Marketplace that will help us build up to a quicker, like, phase one. And then we have to bring in friends and writers and help to bring in the story elements. And then that's not even talking about what is the 3D element. For the first half, just building out a general, like, maze, that's really easy. White and black squares are simple. We can do that in any 3D software, even possibly leaving it entirely in Unreal using static meshes that are provided. But once we get into a 3D environment, and we drop down into that first person view, white and black squares are not going to be enough to be engaging. We need to have 3D models, we need to have textures, and we have to see how the system that we build in the first half will encourage or discourage the type of models that you create. If you need a modular asset that will work for every wall, you need to know that going into the modeling phase. And making those decisions earlier on will help us gain access to our workflow overall. And this is all really like heady ideas that I'm stuck in my head about, that I want to put out there and talk about and figure out, because in my head it seems like I can think about every possible iteration and never do anything. So this will be part of the process of just putting it down and seeing what we need and do what we need now, so that it doesn't just stay in my head. It actually gets out there, put it on paper, put it in video, and do the thing so that it actually gets done. Because leaving it in my head forever and talking about how I could have done is not an option this year. We're creating, and we're getting out of our head and putting it out into the world. So if speaking things into the world and manifesting is a thing, that's what we're doing. We are going to create this year, we are going to do this year, and we are going to fail or succeed on our own merits and not let procrastination get in the way to our creativity. And whether you're here on episode 1 or you have come later and you're revisiting this process, thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up, and look forward to subscribing, because I think this is going to be quite an exciting year for us, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, see you around.